Greetings this Sunday, February 15th, 2015. I'm author J.S.Snow, and welcome to the latest ramblings of the Metal Meet and Greet. And today, I don't have any reader questions that I'm going to be addressing, so I'm going to be instead making a pretty epic announcement a little bit later. So let's go ahead and jump into it. This very interesting week I've had. Let's talk about upcoming events. Sunday, February 15th, that's today, wow, 4 p.m., the featured book Boyfriend in that event will be Nick Frost of the Frost Trilogy, written by Terry George. I, for one, will be there because he's my book boyfriend. So I'm willing to share him with you for the hour, and after that he goes back to me. Okay. Yes. Seriously, he is really just an amazing character. I love reading him. He is just hot. I'm starting to fall in love with the British blokes. I really am. He's yum. Very nice. Very nice. 4 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. So definitely be there. Mine was yesterday. Featured John Lucas, and the Boys of Hell's Redemption showed up. He wasn't too happy about that. It was a lot of fun. Great contest given away. So I'll be contacting the prize winners and be doling out some prizes today. Pretty happy. Saturday, February 21st, I am doing my very first author takeover down under in Australia. I am so thrilled that technology is allowing authors worldwide to be able to take part in these types of things and be able to join my Aussie friends a half a world away. This is just going to be amazing to introduce my work to the fans of Australia. My Australian sales are actually pretty decent, so I'm hoping that a few of my fans will join the party. It will be at 4 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. That is the equivalent of 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. The Brisbane, Australia is 15 hours ahead of East Coast time. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because another event just came on my radar that I was invited to by Sassy and other Australian and New Zealand authors in that part of the world. And they are looking for many, many more authors to join this takeover. It's an 8-day event. It's gonna be massive and epic, and the goal is to just introduce authors the world over and readers the world over to Australian authors. 3 of my favorite authors that I choose as my go-to for material and just to escape happen to be Australian. I'll be letting readers know who those are during my takeover, so but they're well known and just brilliant women, and I love them to death. But this is an amazing opportunity, so if I'm posting on Facebook like a mad woman looking for more participants for this event, it's for a reason. This is a great way to expose your work to a worldwide audience. We have the ability through Amazon and Barnes & Noble to be able to sell worldwide. So this is a great way to get your name out there. So far slots are starting to go, especially on the weekend dates. I will be doing it in conjunction with Sassy. I was the American author chosen to team up. Apparently each Australian author was challenged by the host to team up with an American author. Sassy chose me. Thank you, Sassy. So it looks like I will be on 2 times that day. One time on Saturday and then one time on Sunday, Australian time. So again, you've got to do the math on this. There's plenty of world time zone clocks available online if you want to calculate the time zones between U.S. time and Australian time. There are also Australian, apparently standard time. They don't do daylight savings in Queensland, Brisbane, because I don't know, they're defiant like Arizona and Hawaii is here in the States. So whatever, let them have it. So Saturday, April 25th, mark your calendars. This is Awesome Aussie Books and Friends Takeover event. Now, you can tune in for my takeover here in the United States. Here's why. Uh, like I said, I'll be on 2 times that day. I will be on at 5 a.m. Eastern Time US, which I know you'll all be in bed. That's okay. But I will be on at 6 p.m. US Eastern Time. So what it is I'm going to be on prime time for them in Australia at the 5 a.m. slot, which is what? 5 p.m., 6, 7, 8 o'clock p.m. their time. So conversely, I'm doing a 6 p.m. here, so that U.S. Readers can chime in. And it's only, what, 6 a.m., 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning there. So it's not prime time in Australia, but I want the U.S. readers to be able to wave at our Aussie friends and participate. So there it is. 2 times on the 25th is when I'll be on, 5 a.m. or 6 p.m. You got your shot at both. Now, here was another surprise. When I sent out the a notice that we need authors to sign up for this, I was delighted beyond measure that my girl, Terry George, author of Beguiled, Nick Frost, the whole trilogy thing, oh my gosh, In Too Deep is being written. That I'm so excited about that. She will be joining from the UK. I believe it's 10 hours ahead for her, since she's 5 hours ahead of me here. And she will be on at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. So it's the only time she signed on for, but I mean, right after me. I mean, that's thrilling. So she's the triple threat. That's what I'm going to bill it as. So I'm doing the promo work on that. I'm really going to take advantage of that. It's going to be an absolute gas. Sassy will be on at 4 a.m. Eastern Time that day, and then 7 p.m. Eastern Time that day. Sassy Lewis is a new debut author who is just amazing. From just the excerpts alone, hook you in and absolutely sell you on this book, which is brilliant self-marketing. I'm very proud of her. And this novella is just going to rock it. I know it is. I can feel it. I cannot wait for this to come out. The cover art was just released, which is beautiful. The story premise is just absolutely incredible. I really can't wait to read this. I know it in my gut. I can feel it. We've got the Australia's answer to Madeline Sheehan. It's going to be epic. Sassy herself is just an amazing woman, and I'm really enjoying getting to know. She's just fun and just she's just balls on real, you know, man. Oh, she's awesome. She's incredible. Let's back up to March real quick. March 16th, a couple days before yours truly's birthday, I will be joining Sarah Darlington for her book release, Changing Tides. I'm taking over from 9 to 10 p.m. that day. It's a Monday, school night, but I'm really looking forward to participating in that. I think after these events that you're hearing about now are going to be the last of the takeovers I'm going to do for a while. I really have to get embedded and focused on writing, and promotional stuff that goes without saying. You have to do it as a self-independent author. It's what you have to do. So I've got it on my calendar to do promotional stuff through Facebook and Twitter 3 times a week. The takeovers, I've got to cut back, and so you want to take advantage of winning some prizes and some good things from me, jot those dates down. They're also going to be on my website on the homepage. So contests, again, see the website for those. I'm not going to go into it. We've had more entries. It looks like for the 4 signed copies of all 4 of my books that will be out by this summer. There's a lot, actually. So that's a lot of visitors to my site. I'm pretty happy about that. It looks like entries for the Samsung Galaxy tablet. God, Rosie, it's looking like you're probably going to end up winning this whole freaking thing. I probably should just buy it now and just ship it to you and end the contest. I don't believe people do not read reviews for books you read. Seriously. Really with that? I'm so beyond disappointed. This is an easy contest. This is so easy. You leave a review for a book. After you've left the review, it's been posted. Click on the link. Tweet me the link. That's all you got to do. You're entered automatically. I'm going to draw one winner, and that winner will win a brand new brand new, still in the box. Samsung Galaxy Tab 4. In fact, I'm not even going to Barnes & Noble and picking it up. I mean, I live across the street from one. Not even doing that. I'm going to go online. Like any good American consumer, I'm going to buy it with my credit card and I'm going to ship it directly to you. My hands are not going to go anywhere near it. This is legitimate. I'm coming out of pocket with this. Me. Nobody else is sponsoring this. Nobody else is signing on for this to help pay for it. Just me. You think you could, help yourself out here and get some entries? I think Rosie's up to like 8 entries now. And oh no, it's more than that because you get double past 5 entries. Seriously, really? Go look at the contest, read it, read an independent author's work, and leave a freaking review. This is not hard, okay? The whole reason why this contest was created by me was to get the word out of how important reviews are to indie writers. This is what keeps us alive. You want to keep reading our work, you want to keep supporting us, put your money where your mouth is, buy an independent writer's book, read it, review it, there, you're done. Okay, simple. Boy, considering I didn't want to talk about it, I sure did ramble, didn't I? Whatever. Okay, now for the epic news. Let's just get to it. Let's just jump right on in. I've had a very interesting week where I've had a dilemma of whether to continue my writing career. I mean, you've heard me ramble on about the drama. I'm here to officially say I'm still a writer, and I will still continue to write. I finally figured out last night, after talking to a couple friends, one person in particular who, besides God, she's the only person in the world allowed to speak to me the way she does. And I need that because, well, yeah, I'm me. She's known me for 20 years, so she can get away with it. And, well, I made the colossal mistake of taking a scene from an upcoming novel and throwing it out there as a short story to be included in an anthology this summer. Big ass mistake. I never should have done that. I'll admit it, I was looking for a quick and easy way to submit the short story and say that project's done, check it off the list, and move on to the next. Shouldn't have done it. The reason why is my novels are long for a reason. I like to tell a story. I like to keep the reader guessing throughout and then give you the answers, but you got to hang in there kind of thing. I call my books romantic suspense for a reason. They are. And unconventional is no different than anything else I've written. It's romantic suspense. So here I am taking a scene out of this book without really giving a lot of detail into the two characters that are featured, Will Clayton and Jade Hodges, and just throwing in a bunch of sex, throwing in the dogs, throwing in Mr. Happy, and calling it good. The beta readers first chimed in that they didn't like it, so I had to go back and revisit. A lot of them were saying the dogs are unnecessary and Mr. Happy's unnecessary. Then it went to some authors, and while a few came back with positive notes and made some red line changes to it, which I appreciated more than anything, one author eviscerated me, completely eviscerated me. And that almost killed me. Looking back on it all now, it wasn't her, and it wasn't even the countless times I've been criticized and judged harshly because of my writing style and not conforming to the cookie-cutter way romance novels are being produced. This was all my fault because I tried to get the easy way out. My friend of 20 years that I spoke to, she called me out on that. She said, Jenny, there is no easy way out of anything. You want it, you got to work for it. You didn't work for it. You tried to get the easy way out. It's not just a matter of just changing a few words and calling it good. You tried for the easy way out. Yes, part of the reason why writers participate in anthologies is to rope readers into their future work. I really can't do that with my stories. They're not complicated, but they're involved. and I want you to fall in love with the characters. And so when I'm getting feedback, and it's not good feedback, I feel like someone was going after my kids. I only have one child, and she's a grown adult now, but that's what it still felt like. I am deeply, madly, passionately in love with this story, and I shouldn't have done it. This was my fault. So, short story writer, I'm not. Full-length story, I am. It's okay. So, instead of just continuing to feel like crap, continuing wanting to bail on this anthology, continually wanting to quit writing altogether, continually just throwing it out there in the universe that I'm not going to be chosen for this anthology come May 1st, that they're just going to cut me out because my writing is shit, I decided to just pull up my big girl author panties and scrap it. Sorry. Not claiming. See, I can't even get the title of the damn story right. Claiming, as it is right now, scrapped. Gone. Toast. See ya. Bye. I am not going to disrespect Unconventional by having it included in this anthology. It doesn't fit. So I am writing a completely new piece. It's still called Claiming because that's what I've touted it as, and artwork's already gone forward. So I don't want to give the primary author who's in charge of this project a heart attack. She's already got enough on her plate. So it's still called Claiming, but I'll introduce you all to Garrett and Mariah and their hot, steamy little night. Change the food element, which is required, to Cabernet Sauvignon, and hot, steamy sex. It's just desserts. It's just a bite-sized delight. It's not going to be an involved story. It's going to be very different from what you're used to reading from me. So, but will be quick enough for you to get the idea of how I write. So, Claiming, coming this summer. Oh, and on the anthology, by the way, let me talk about that for just a second. This is a brilliant idea from S. Renee Bates. She is incredible, and I applaud her for taking on this project. Right now, there's 24 authors, that includes me, signed on for this project. You're going to get 24 different short stories in this book for 99 cents. This will be an ebook only, of course. It'll be on sale June through September, and then the rights go back to the writers. I have been beta reading some stories from it, and I'm thoroughly impressed. You're going to get a wide variety of different romantic genres in this anthology. Contemporary, which is me. You're going to get paranormal. You're going to get shape-shifting. You're going to get historical romance. I mean, it really is a wide variety catering to all tastes. I, for instance, have never read a shape-shifting romance before until I had to read a story for another author, and I was surprised. Never read anything like that before. It was fascinating. So it educated me on, hey, this is what this genre is. That's pretty cool. It's interesting, and I love these anthologies just because of this fact that you're introduced to so many different authors. We do have one New York Times best-selling author in the group. That is pretty hot that she's willing to do that. The rest of us, most of us, are independent. This is going to be really good. It's going to be a wonderful read. I can't wait for you all to see it. I really do. Of course, Terry George. Her short story, Feast on Me. Wow. Her prologue in this thing, one of the best things I've ever read in my life. It is writing at its best. Without a doubt, Terry, I'm so proud of you. This, seriously, that prologue blew my mind. Excellent work. Congratulations. It really, I hope that becomes a full-length novel because, my wheels are spinning. It's so good. I can't wait for you guys to read this. This is going to be incredible. All right, so back to the news. I know I'm all over the place right now, but, that's my brain. Deal with it. I posted a little surprise on Facebook recently called Satisfaction. And the story behind that is rather funny, and I'll get to it in just a minute or two. Authors have to plan ahead. One of the comments I got from my girlfriend Joyce Drummond. She's also from Down Under. She was like, "That's a long time to wait," because I posted coming 2016. Yeah, it is. It's a long time. Authors, we're constantly planning ahead. It's inevitable. You have to. For me, this author here, beginning conception, outline, writing the book, beta reading, editing, final, 6 months. It takes 6 months for one book to come out. And that's rather quick, actually, I'm finding out. I'm like, oh, sorry it's taking so long. No. Apparently, some writers take years to produce a work. And the amount of work and whatnot that goes into it, I totally see why. It's, wow, I'm learning a lot. But for me, 6 months. I just like to bang it out and go. And next, because I'm a series writer, I have to keep the momentum going. So, long time? In my world, it's actually not. It's actually quick. 2015, we got Reconciliation coming out this spring. Right after that, in the fall, is Temptation, book 4. Then after that, the novella, the second in the series, Admiration, which serves as John Lucas's book. That will be out by Christmas, or after Christmas, depending on when the release date is. That's 2015. Then you move into 2016, where I end the Metal Prodigy series with book 5, Isolation. That comes out in spring of 2015. Now, because of what I now have planned, and I'm really happy with, I'm going to be writing 4 books in 2016. 4. Considering I work full time, this is a huge undertaking, but I'm starting to get a rhythm and a routine with promotional materials, takeovers. I'm doing a better job of scheduling my time. So this, for me, is realistic. I just need to just buckle down, concentrate, and do it. Besides that, I've had these 3 stories in my head for so long, they have to get out on paper. They're just, to me, they're so good. So, the epic news. After Isolation, I was due to start the Hell's Redemption series. 4 books, because John already has a book within the Metal Prodigy series that only leaves 4 band members to cover. And I was due to start Cultivation and release that right after Isolation. Not going to happen. In fact, I was supposed to be writing Cultivation alongside Reconciliation to have release dates quicker for the Hell's Redemption series. The other reason why Claiming didn't work is because my brain was solidly in the heads of my metal band Hell's Redemption. I'm in the boys' heads right now. And so consequently, the language that was coming out in Claiming sounded like them and not like the characters Will and Jade. Terry caught me on that, and she's like, "Do you realize you said the F word 8 times in this, 2-3 paragraphs?" And I was like, "Oh, crap." She's right. Again, I was in the boys' heads. It's too hard for me with my schedule and everything to write 2 projects at once. I learned that very quickly with Claiming, so sorry, 1 book at a time. Anyway, back to Hell's Redemption. Here's the problem. Cole's book is written in my head. The outline is solid. The ending is superb. The story is brilliant. Cole's book is going to be a joy to share with all of you. Cultivation. It's, wow. His secret, I've been dropping hints as to what it is throughout the Metal Prodigy series. So far, nobody's caught on. Nobody's asked me the question. And when I let it out of the bag during his book, I think you'll all be quite surprised. At least I hope you will be. And I think I was able to write it in my head so fast and outline it because it's very personal for me, and is someone near and dear to my heart, which it affects. And so writing it out was just natural. So that was no problem. However, the other 3 books, problem. Salvation, Seth's book, was due to be up next after Cultivation. Talk about hard. I'm writing a widower, and due to his losing his wife Elizabeth, he's still dealing with it within the Metal Prodigy series, and it's just I'm having a hard time with bringing him around to where life goes on and continues on, and you can move past this. But how do you do that when you lose a spouse? Even if your marriage was shit, how do you move on from that? The amount of guilt he's carrying around right now, it's overwhelming for even me to read, let alone write, let alone formulate into one book. I don't want his book to just be one sad, long, drawn out, oh my story. Ugh. I had the heroine picked out. She's made an appearance before, and they're a good match. They're a good fit. But again, cohesively trying to bring this together to a happy ending that's happy for everybody, including Seth, it's just proving problematic for me right now. I cannot seem to be happy with his outline. I keep trashing it. Then we have Drake's book. Now, Drake's book, kind of a whole different thing. Drake's book is called Affirmation, and his story is progressing within the Metal Prodigy series as well. And his outline, the bones are there, but now I have to apply the muscle and then the skin on top of it. And that's proving to be a problem as well, to where I got to do some research, like big time. I have zero clue on the dynamic of a female mistress and a male sub. BDSM. I have a clue what BDSM is. I know what it is. I've read it. I've seen it in live in action. I don't personally go there myself with it, but I know about it opposite. Male dom, female sub. So, whole different. It's a game changer, okay? He is a male submissive. And I'm going to need to do some research to do justice to this character. This is going to be an important element in his story. It's going to be an important element as to why he needs this in his life. And I think you're going to see a whole different side to Drake Mitchell and really see him come out of the selfish, self-centered, a-hole person that he is and turn into, a human. But he's going to need some help to do that. But I don't want to do misjustice to this story by just throwing in what I think a male submissive is to a female dom. I bought some books, and I'm going to be reading and doing research on that. So that's going to take some time. Then Hyatt's book. Holy shit! You want to talk about a hot mess? Just like Hyatt's brain, which is all over the place, scattered, ADHD, his story is currently in puzzle pieces scattered everywhere. I have no idea how to collectively and cohesively bring it all together. I know what I want. I know the baseline story. I know the premise. I know what the outcome is. I mean, the outcome is the sweetest damn thing ever. It's, oh my gosh, I love it. But the beginning of it, middle, then kind of towards the end, problem. It's all over the place. Oh my God. And it's driving me nuts. So, pause. So with this giving me so much heartache, I had to take a step back and go, okay, what's wrong here? What's wrong here is I'm adhering to the pressures of what everybody else is saying and how I should do this, and not listening to what my inner gut is telling me to do. The Hell's Redemption series, the Epic News, 2017. I'm delaying it. I have to. I need to do justice to the band that means the world to me and just is my life. I love these guys. I'm going to do justice to them for you, the reader. They're going to be phenomenal books and a fantastic series. I'm looking forward to writing it once the characters start talking to me as individuals. Right now, the Metal Prodigy series, they're talking to me actively during that, but on their own, they're not talking to me. There's a difference. So what's going on for 2016? J.S., you mentioned 4 books. Yes, I did. Well, let's talk about it, shall we? After Isolation, I plan on releasing the little ditty of Unconventional. Unconventional, I have been working on and off now for about a year. Sections are written. I just need to bring it together. The story of New York Times bestselling author Will Clayton and his unconventional relationship with a woman named Jade Hodges. Jade. Did you hear that? Jade. Originally her name was Jay, short for Jan. But in this small short story, all my beta readers thought it was 2 dudes. So, whoops. Again, assuming that everybody just understands that, Jay's a woman. So I changed it permanently. It's even unconventional now as Jade. Jade. This is a distant cousin of the offspring of the Metal Prodigy series because of the fact that Will Clayton will be introduced in Reconciliation. So, but it's a distant cousin. It's not really affiliated with the series other than a few mentions. So Will and Jade, their story is absolutely beautiful. It's unique. It's about friendship. It's about trust. It's about absolutely not testing the boundaries of friendship or a relationship, but testing the boundaries of oneself, of thinking outside of the box and letting go of fears and things that kind of hold you back, all the while defending yourself against the harsh judgment of what society thinks is right. It's a very unconventional story, and it also doesn't have a typical HEA ending, and it's not a series. This is a standalone story. It has a very unique ending, but an ending I think that is appropriate for these 2 characters, and one that I think will set in your psyche for a long time to come. But I love these characters. I really do. I love the story. And you will understand after reading it why the goddamn dogs needed to stay in. Okay? They're an integral part of the story. They really are. I love these dogs. Pride. I don't know if you've seen it on my coming soon section here of my website, but Pride. This is this author's attempt at entering the young adult genre. Now, as I pause to take a sip of coffee while you are continuing to laugh. You done? Okay. Yes, my books contain a horrific amount of profanity, sex, everything that a mature audience needs. So you're saying new young adult? No. Yes, that's a bad idea for you. Hear me out. I can write with no profanity. I can write with no sex. I can write in this genre, and this is my attempt at it. I'm a huge fan of Molly McAdams. Huge fan of Jamie McGuire. In fact, Jamie McGuire's book is in my top 10. Beautiful Disaster. If you haven't read it, please. You call yourself a reader. Give me a break. Anyway, the new adult, young adult genre I want to try and attempt to get into, and Pride is the answer. The story of Hendrix and Laura. And Laura's character is absolutely a wonderful character to write. She is very strong, determined, stubborn, and prideful. And this is going to show you, the reader, I guess, that I can stretch my wings in a different way and fly. And I absolutely love this story. Mainly the moral of this story is, when we deny others the ability to help us because we let our pride get in the way, we are denying them a gift that they wish to give us in order to honor our God. It is Christian and it is right to help our fellow man. It is it is something that we are encouraged to do. We're always encouraged to do as Christ would do. And when someone denies that because they're letting their pride get in the way, they are denying us the gift of reward from our Lord for being charitable. because we're supposed to be. So this book really, I hope that message rings across. Laura's pride is pretty strong. Yeah, I think you're going to see this young woman be a very formidable character, and I really like her. She's a good person and a great young lady. I really have enjoyed writing her out. The outline is solid. I love the story, and the ending is really good. I'm enjoying it. So that'll be fall 2016 Pride. Then Satisfaction. Back to it, full circle. I don't know if it's because I'm doing so many takeovers down under, because I've been communicating with so many Aussie authors lately, or I've been reading again my go-to favorite authors, which happen to be Australian. I don't know. Maybe I'm drinking too many Foster's beers. I don't know. I really don't. But a little character who just made a cameo appearance in book 2. I mean, towards the end of the book. I mean, it was a blip. But I wrote him so beautifully, I thought, and so menacingly. And when he rips apart a PR director's head off in Melbourne, chews her up, spits her out, stomps on her, and then walks away from her, it was brilliantly done. He is a formidable person not to be messed with. Preston Cowley. Sneering shark smile ever seen on a lawyer in the Southern Hemisphere, Preston Cowley. He has just embedded himself completely in my cerebral cortex, and he's not going anywhere. He is insistent. Now, how this all started is, again, I'm doing takeovers, talking with Australian authors, blah, blah, blah. Well, I had a dream one night, and by the way, we're about to adventure into the TMI category, so if you want to log out now, you better, because I'm about to go there. But I consider us friends, and I can share this with you. Anyway, back to the dream. So I had like this erotic dream, like, oh, way hot. Now, it didn't involve me. That's the funny part. I was a voyeur in this dream. I was watching. This is hot. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm watching two people go at it, and it was like smoking hot. It was like, oh. I woke up going, that was cool. I should write that down. That's awesome. All right, okay, cool. So I go to work. Enough said. Now, my weekly routine, just to let you all know, I'm up at 4 a.m. every morning. No matter, even if it's the weekend, I'm up at 4 a.m. I go to do things around the house, get ready for work, go to work. I'm off at 4 o'clock. Thanks to Orlando traffic, it takes me about an hour to get home. Then once I'm home, do stuff around the house, maybe write a little, and then I take a power nap. I take an honest-to-God nap every day. I'm turning 44 years old. I'm tired, okay? So anyway, I take a nap. Then I set an alarm. The alarm goes off. I'm up. I go back to writing and taking care of whatever other business I need to do. Well, every single power nap last week had this same dream. And the dream kept expanding into a story. So first it started out as a short story. I'm like, that's odd. Yeah, I can put that out. I'm so freaking lonely. Then it went to novella size, because even I'm counting the word count in my dream. I'm like, whoa, okay, novella. I can do a novella, no problem. Yeah, it'd be a nice little holiday treat for everybody. Novel. It's now a full-length novel. Shit. The idea hit me for the story premise on the way to work. I have the best ideas in the car. That's the only upside to the traffic here in Orlando, which I-4 is just, it's not a freeway, it's a parking lot. And they're going to be doing construction on it pretty soon. It's going to get worse. So anyway, so as you're sitting on I-4 in traffic, ideas just start flooding in my head. I've got plenty of time to think. I'm actually grateful for that long commute because it gives me time to think and process shit together, right? So I'm driving along, and then it hit me. This idea, all of my books, as a matter of fact, I want you to think outside of the box. I want you to think that there are other alternatives out there. This includes my writing style. I don't write in first person, I write in third person. I write a narrative. I want you to laugh. I want you to cry. I want you to think. And I want you to be entertained. But I want you to think outside of the box. There's not just one way to look at something. So this story, in addition to unconventional, is outside of the box. This story, Satisfaction, is so beyond out of the box, it's in the next fucking zip code. It is gone, man. It is so beyond outside of the box. It's not really a controversial subject, but a taboo subject that nobody ever talks about, but it's out there. It is bona fide out there. And these two people, Preston Cowley and Deidre Sparks, will be entering that world and exploring it for themselves. I love it. I love it. Preston, so far, on the outline, on paper, he is going to be the male romantic hero you're going to love to hate. Oh, you're going to hate this guy. You are going to loathe this guy. You're just going to be like, why doesn't he just die? I don't understand it. He's just so, he's delicious to look at, but you just want to beat the crap out of him at the same time. You're just like, you arrogant, pompous son of a bitch. You just want to beat the hell out of him. And then, of course, at the end, I'm going to have you fall desperately in love with him. That's my goal. So, great book. It's seriously, prepare to have your minds blown in 2016. Gone. They're gone. Then, of course, 2017, Hell's Redemption. So that's what's going on in my world. There's the epic news. Sorry for you Hell's Redemption fans out there that I just disappointed you. I'm sorry, but this is just the way it has to be. I have to follow my gut. I really do. Just be grateful I'm a writer. This time last week, I was ready to quit, y'all. Seriously. I was going to let all takeovers know, I'm sorry I'm dropping out. I was going to let winners of paperback editions of books know, sorry, you're never getting them. I'm never printing them. I was going to let my father know, sorry, you're never going to get a signed copy of Redemption. I mean, seriously, I was going all the way. I wasn't going to delete the files or anything dramatic like that, but I was just going to say sayonara. Glad I didn't. I write because I need to. I write because I want to. And I write because you love it. Thank you for your support and your love. I so appreciate it more than you'll ever know. So, interesting week. Yeah. All right. That's it for me. Today, in roughly 4 short hours, Eastern Time, Terry George, author of Beguiled, soon to be author of In Too Deep, live book boyfriend author takeover on Facebook. You've been sent the invite. Those of you that weren't able to attend mine, please attend hers and enjoy yourself. You are really going to love Nick. He's and if you haven't read her book yet, you need to pick it up because In Too Deep will be coming out. If you're waiting for In Too Deep to come out, okay, stupid, but okay, and then read them back to back. There you go, problem solved. And then, of course, she'll be working on book 3. But enjoy yourselves and enjoy your Sunday and be safe. I'm off tomorrow. It's President's Day. So happy President's Day. Is that a thing? I don't know. So vote, I guess. Is that what you do? Well, no, that's November. I don't know. I don't know what to do for President's Day other than banks are closed. That's all I know. And my company gives us a day off. So whatever. I'm just going to enjoy myself and get some things done around here. All right. Author J.S.Snow signing off. Take care. Bye.